A little hot here on the back.
Only a little?
Ha ha! I see what you did there. Pull me back.
Airball?
There we go. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. All right. Now, friends, before we get this party started officially, a few announcements. Number one, at the end of the show, I have merchandise. Yay! Yes. You can go home with Fluffy Kitten Love Grenades. From my show Macbeth, just by Fluffy Kittens. Throw them at your friends. They don't die, just get irritated. See? Also, so these are $10 and I do take plastic. And I have a comic book called Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. Just let that title wash over you for a second. Yes, these are normally $10, however, they are at the moment $20 as a fundraiser. The illustrator, Todd Brugmans, you can see him here on the back cover, he died 2 weeks ago quite suddenly. And so all proceeds go to the GoFundMe that we've set up for his wife, Annie, to help cover his final expenses. So these are $20, and again, I do take plastic as well. And then finally, can anybody tell me what in the world this is?
D20 damage.
I like you. That was good. Yes, midget. No, not nunchuck. This is a D20 on it, and I'm just flailing around right now.
D20 on a stick.
Yes, there you go. Dice on a stick. Now, are any of you Dungeons and Dragons players?
Woo!
Right. Next summer, June 21 to 28, I, along with Roger Awesome of the Lords of Adventure, will be conducting a tour throughout the United Kingdom, going through the north of England and the south of Scotland, and we are going to be touring castles by day and playing Dungeons and Dragons at night. Because it's not nerdy enough. So, if you're interested in going, come up and grab a card, talk to me after the show. But otherwise, let's get this party started. Lords and ladies, I'm Will Shakespeare, and you should cheer now! That was good! But we can be more obnoxious. All right. When I say you should cheer now, you need to go and say hoot, holler, clap, cheer, stomp your feet, whistle, throw small loved ones into the air. Basically, madam, yeet the kid. I'm Will Shakespeare, and you should cheer now! Are you throwing Toothless in a tutu?
It's a spider.
Oh, it's a spider. That makes it fun. All right. So, friends, this story is audience interactive, which means it shall require all of your help. Now, when I say everybody says ooh, I need to hear all of you say ooh. Ooh. Everybody says ah. People cry out, dear God, what is that thing?
Dear God, what is that thing?
We have dramatic music.
Bum, bum, bum.
And not very dramatic music.
Wah, 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 wah.
We have random sound effects of randomness. And we stop with a song. So take your hands, hit your lap 2 times, clap your hands 1 time, do that again, repeat. Now I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle and here's my spout. Let me get all steamed up and hear me shout. Tip me over and pull me out, singing I'm a little teapot. Let me hear all of you sing it.
I'm a little teapot.
That was good, but white people kindly get on the beat, please. Thank you. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Stars are flaming balls of gas. Sing it!
Stars are flaming balls of gas.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Girls perform better than boys on the SAT.
Girls perform better than boys on the SAT.
Tiny Hermione Granger in the back, she gets that joke, all right. Now friends, keep the beat going. You're the few, the proud, the nerds. Now you might be thinking, Shakespeare, why are you calling me such names? People here at the Renaissance Fair doing this. It's literally no nerdier. You're the ones who go to Renaissance fairs wearing amazing costumes. or really nerdy t-shirts, and you know who you are. You are the ones who go in red shirts and understand you will likely die in today's shows. You use the nerdy language words like bazinga and hodor and wibbly wobbly timey wimey. So you are my people, and I will lead you to freedom. Now reach into the bottom of your heart, the cockle of your heart, the subcockle, your left big toe, your neighbor's pocket, and sing the final verse with me. But for now, for you good people right here, right now, I would not be doing this. No, no. I'd be at home. Still doing this. But with my cat. So thank you for being here and giving me the greatest job in all the world. At the end of the show, if you love me, if you really, really love me, throw $5 into my hat. And if you hate me, do it anyway, because I need the gas money. But sing with me now. Every pair of hands. Every pair of voices. 5, 6, 7, 8.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Louder!
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Now I know my ABCs. Sing it loud!
Now I know my ABCs.
Next time, won't you sing with me?
Next time, won't you sing with me?
Give yourselves applause. Well done. Now, let us start this story the way all good stories begin. On a dark and stormy night, replete with dramatic music. A mighty ship is tossed at sea, as played by this guy with the impressive mustache. Come here, sir. And this guy in the red shirt. Now, they hold hands across the ocean. Both hands on the oar, rocked back and forth by wind. Give me wind. And waves, show me the waves. And more wind and more waves. And lightning strikes the ship and everyone screams. And being a play by Shakespeare, there are no survivors. Well, what do you expect? He's wearing a red shirt. He had a coat. Go away, give them a magical round of applause here. Well done, well done. Now, this was no ordinary shipwreck where everybody dies and everyone gasps. Rather, this was a magical tempest and everyone says, ooh. Ah, sometimes why? Why? I was expecting half of you to say sometimes, that's fine. Now, it was caused by a wizard of no small reputation. His name is Prospero, and he's this guy who brought his own hat. Now, and he comes forward, and being a wizard of a special wizardiness, he also has a beard of beardiness. Yeah, that was better. That was a better idea. Yeah, all right. There we go. All right. It came off. No. Put your beard on! And he waves about his magical wand, his magical staff. That's popcorn, man. No, you need something really magical. And he waves it around, and he says, "Blow, winds, blow!
Blow, winds, blow!"
All right, we're not throwing that around. You're going to kill that guy. All right. All right, he waves this one around. And he already broke it. All right, there you go. And he says, "Blow, winds, blow!
Blow, winds, blow!
And you blow!
And blow!
And he says, crack your cheeks!
Crack your cheeks!
And you crack your cheeks! Oh, that's what that means. Thank you. Oh, I did not know. He says, blow!
Blow! Blow!
And all of a sudden, at this moment, his fairy servant, Ariel, flies into the scene. That was walking casually. Get it back and then do it again. She flies into the scene. Okay, now. All right. That was a sad cry for help. Now, she says, Master!
Master!
A ship has wrecked on our shores.
A ship has wrecked on our shores.
What do we do with the survivors?
What do we do with the survivors?
And he says, Ariel!
Ariel!
My Sprite!
My Sprite!
Not my Coke, not my Pepsi.
Not my Coke, not my Pepsi!
My Sprite! Cause mischief amongst them.
Cause mischief amongst them.
Make them tremble.
Make them tremble.
Make them discombobulated.
Make them discombobulated.
She says, Master,
Master!
if I do this,
If I do this,
may I have my freedom?
may I have my freedom?
He says, Ariel!
Ariel!
My Sprite!
My Sprite!
Not my Tab, not my Fanta.
Not my Fanta, not my Fanta.
My Sprite!
My Sprite!
We shall speak of this anon.
We shall speak of this anon.
And she flies out of the scene! What is this? You're amazing, I love you. Alright, now, at this moment, who should come into the scene but his daughter, Miranda? She runs into the scene, skipping into the scene. Nearly killed a child with her tail. All right. And she says, Daddy,
Daddy!
a ship has wrecked on our
The
shores.
ship has wrecked on our shores!
Are they our survivors? Yep.
Are the survivors?
And he says, yes.
Yes.
She says, oh, any of these survivors humans?
Are any of these survivors human?
He says, yes.
Yeah.
She says, are any of them boys?
Are any of them boys?
He says, yes.
Yes.
She says, I think I like boys now.
I think they're boys now.
And he says, no.
No.
You are grounded.
You are grounded.
Go back to your room.
Go back to your room.
Which is the entire rest of the island.
Which is the entire rest of the
And she goes away skipping happily into the night, laughing and skipping, not killing that child with her tail. Now, at this moment, who should come? With that tail, you should have been Caliban. Now, at this moment, who should come into the scene but his ill-tempered manservant, Caliban, this guy with the face. He comes into the scene and cries out in a monstrous voice, Master! Master! I just need you now to say in that same voice, give me the precious.
Give me the precious.
The way he's dressed is appropriate. And he says, Master! Baby Jesus, alright. He says, a ship has wrecked on our shores.
That's right on our shores.
May I eat the survivors?
I eat the survivors.
And he says, no, that's terrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
He says, oh, may I marry your daughter?
May I marry your daughter?
He says, that's actually worse. He
That's actually worse.
says, oh, give me candy.
Give me candy.
He says, be gone with you, monster.
Be gone with you, monster.
Be gone with you, moon calf.
Be gone with you, moon.
And he runs away howling into the night. As he sinks down into the rest of the island, he cries out, Precious is lost!
Precious is lost.
When things like this happen, the show stops being for you. And it's just for me. So, Prospero says, my plans are in motion.
My plans are in motion.
I'm going to go over there now.
I'm going to go over there
And possibly eat my kettle corn.
and eat my castle.
He took out the passport, it's gonna happen. And he goes away. By the way, go get kettle corn. Support our local economy. Now, we go to the other side of the island where we meet two new characters. The King of Naples and the Duke of Milan. And you meet them with dramatic music.
Bum, bum, bum.
The King of Naples. This man over here stands. He says, my son,
My son!
he is lost.
He is
I
lost!
fear the worst.
I fear the worst!
And the Duke of Milan, this kid here, stands and he says, your son is dead.
Your son is dead.
He has become food for sharks.
He has become food for sharks.
They are nomming on him right now.
They're bombing on him right now.
The baby shark.
The baby shark.
Do 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 do. The mama shark. Do 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 do. The daddy shark.
The daddy shark.
Do 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 do. And the grandpa shark too.
Grandpa shark.
Do 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 do. He says, get over it.
Get over it.
Meet another woman.
Meet another woman.
Have another baby.
Have another baby.
It's the circle of life.
The circle of life.
And the king is bereft and cries, no! And he says, yes! Do 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 do. All of a sudden, who should be here to bring peace to this situation but a wise old man, Gonzago, helpfully played by this tiny little girl right here. She stands up tall. Taller. Holy crap. She holds up her arms for peace and quiet, and she says, peace!
Peace!
Hear my wise words!
Hear my wise words!
Don't panic!
Don't panic!
And everyone assembles says, I feel better now.
I feel better
And we
now.
all sit down. Now, go away now. Go. Now, meanwhile, on the other side of the island will be two more characters, an idiot and a fool, replete with dramatic music.
Bum, bum, bum.
The idiot and the fool. She stands And she says, we are lost
We are lost
in a dark and very expensive island.
in a dark and very expensive island.
What do we do?
What do we do?
What do we eat?
What do we eat?
And the idiot stands. He says, I don't know.
I don't know.
Little buddy.
Little buddy.
And he hits her with his hat. No, with his hat. Yeah, don't punch her in the head. That's rude. And she says, what do we drink?
What do we drink?
And he says, I don't know.
I don't know.
Little buddy.
Little buddy.
And he hits her with his hat. She says, why are you hitting me?
Why are you
And he
hitting me?
says, I don't know.
I don't know.
Little buddy.
Little buddy.
And he hits her with his hat. And they start to have a slappy fight. Meanwhile, Caravan comes into the scene. He sees them. And he says, you two.
You two.
You are like gods to me.
You are like
Gods to me.
gods to me.
You have impressive hatwear.
Has impressive hatwear.
And I shall worship you now.
And I shall worship you
And he
now.
goes down on his knees and begins to worship, saying, I'm not worthy.
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 Give me candy.
Give me candy.
And she says, what is he?
What is he?
And he says,
I don't know. You,
little buddy.
little buddy.
He gets with his hand. She says, do we have candy to give him?
Do we have candy to give
And
him?
he says,
I don't know, little buddy.
he gets with his hand. He says, I will show you what is good to eat.
I will show you what is good to eat.
I will show. When did you become an old man, by the way? You have so many characters. I will show you what is good to eat.
I will show you what is good to eat.
I will show you what is good to drink.
I will show you what is good to drink.
I shall take you to the most impressive of nightclubs.
I shall take you to the most impressive of nightclubs.
And she says, does he know the best places?
Does he know the best place?
And he says,
I don't know, you dummy.
you know what? He changed the line, but I accept it. And they run away laughing into the night. Go away, laughing. Go away. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, we meet another new character with dramatic music. He wades out of the ocean wearing sunglasses, because that's how he does. And he says, I am Sebastian. No, I'm sorry. Wrong show. I am Fernando.
I am Fernando.
My ship was wrecked.
My ship was wrecked.
What accent is this?
I knows not.
My father, I fear, has drowned.
My father, I fear, is drowned.
I must start a new life here.
I must start a new life here.
Magical, and I love you. All of a sudden, skipping along the seashore comes Miranda. And she sees him, and don't kill the kid with the jet.
I try not to.
And her heart is filled with love. And she says, oh my.
Oh my.
She says, who are you?
Who are you?
What are you?
What are you?
Are you a human?
Are you a human?
And he says, yes. Aye. Make up your line, it's only Shakespeare, that's fine. She says, are you a boy?
Are you a boy?
He says, yes. Aye. He's just doubling down now. She says, I think I like boys now.
I think I like boys now.
Do I like you?
Do I like you?
And very smoothly, he takes off his sunglasses and he says, yes. Aye. She steps forward, entranced, and she says, I am Miranda.
I am Miranda.
Who are you?
Who are you?
He says, I am Fernando.
I am Fernando.
For there is something in the air this night.
For there be something in the air this night.
The stars are bright.
The stars are
He
bright.
falls to his knees, beats his chest, raises his arms to heaven and cries out his own name.
Fernando!
She says, I love you.
I love you.
Be my boyfriend.
Be my boyfriend.
Follow me home and meet my daddy.
Follow me home and meet my daddy.
He stands. He says, I was doing nothing else today.
I was doing nothing else today.
And they go away, skipping happily into the night. Skipping.
Girl.
I'm supposed to go with her.
What if I don't want to?
That changes the play. Now you end up with Caliban. Now, we go back to the center of the island where Prospero apparently has grown a mustache. And he shaved it. And he says, my plans are in motion.
My plans are in motion.
Everything is set.
Everything is set.
You sounded a little too creepy when you said that. It's like, ooh, bye. Now, and then Ariel flies into the scene. I have no idea what you're doing. And she says, Master!
Master!
They are discombobulated.
They are discombobulated.
What next?
What's next?
What do we do?
What do we do?
He says, Ariel,
Ariel.
my sprite,
My sprite.
not my Dr. Pepper.
Not my Dr. Pepper.
Not my diet Dr. Pepper.
Not my diet Dr. Pepper.
Which some people say tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Some people say it tastes more like regular.
But they lie.
But they lie.
My Sprite.
My Sprite.
You must now make them fear.
You must now make them
Make them
fear.
tremble.
Make them tremble.
Make them wet their pants.
Make them wet their pants.
And she says, Master,
Master,
if I do this thing,
if I do this thing,
may I have my freedom?
may I have my freedom?
He says, Ariel,
Ariel.
not my
My
Sprite,
Sprite.
not my RC Cola,
My RC.
not my diet store brand,
Not my diet store brand.
my Sprite. It shall be done.
It shall be done.
And she flies out of the scene. Whatever, all right. And he goes away to eat more kettle corn. Now, we go back to the other side of the island where the king is still bereft, crying about his son. But out loud for the rest of us to hear.
No.
You're just making this awkward now, all right. And then he cries, my son is lost.
My son is lost.
And the Duke stands. He says, I told you.
I told you.
He became food for sharks.
He's getting food for sharks.
Do 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 do. And then he has passed through the sharks.
Then he has passed through the sharks.
He has become food for algae now.
He has become food for algae now.
And everyone says, ew. We know what that means. And the king cries, no. And he says, yes.
Yes.
Do 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 do. And then the wise old man stands. Gonzago, she stands tall. Taller. The way you took off your sunglasses, you were like, I am so over this. And she says, please,
Please,
heed my wise words.
keep my wise words.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
And everyone says, I feel better.
I feel better.
But then Ariel, the sprite, jumps up onto the stage quite invisibly. And she begins to howl like a wolf. And so do all the fairies of the island. She hoots like an owl. And so do the fairies of the island. She screeches like a howler monkey. Is that really what that sounds like? Oh, I thought I learned something today. And so do all the fairies of the island. And the king says, what is that?
What was that?
And the duke says, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it was more shark food.
Maybe it was more shark food.
Do 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 do. And then the idiot stands and says, I have fear.
I have fear.
I am trembling.
I am trembling.
I have wet my pants.
I have wet my pants.
And she says, why did I do this?
Why did I do
And he
this?
stands and says,
I don't know, little dummy.
it just got worse. And then Caliban stands. He says, this is some trick.
This is some trick.
Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid.
This is done by the sprite, Ariel.
This is done by the sprite
The
Ariel.
king says, a sprite?
A Sprite?
He says, a Coke?
A Coke?
A Pepsi?
A Pepsi?
A Fanta?
A Fanta.
He says, no! A Sprite! But then the howling continues. And it continues out here. And the screeching. And the hooting. And then random tweeting. And everyone's like, "That's fine, yeah." But then the howling continues again. And the idiot wets her pants once more. And then they go away. Go away. Meanwhile, back in the center of the island, Prospero is here, and Miranda comes skipping in along with her brand new boy toy. I don't care which way you go, just get up. Skipping. She says, Daddy!
Daddy!
Look what followed me home.
Look at me follow me home!
He says, who are you?
Who are you?
What are you?
What are you?
He says, I am Fernando.
I am Fernando.
Freaking Shakespeare.
All right. He says, well, there is something in the air this night.
Will there be something in the air this night?
The stars are bright.
The stars are bright.
Fernando.
Fernando.
He says, what was that?
What was that?
Says, I am Fernando.
I am Fernando.
He goes to the center stage. He says, well, there is something in the air this night.
Well, there is something in the air
The
this night.
stars are bright.
The stars are
He
bright.
goes to his knees, beats his chest, rips off his sunglasses dramatically, and cries out his own name.
Fernando!
Says, I am sorry.
I'm sorry.
I am not impressed by you.
I am not impressed by you.
You must now do feats of physical strength to earn my love.
You must now do feats of physical strength to earn thy love.
My love.
My love.
Yeah, your love.
My love.
Yeah,
My
dude.
love.
And he begins to do push-ups. And the crowd counts them out for him.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And he explodes to his feet. He fell first. He says, are you impressed yet?
Are you impressed
He
yet?
says, no.
No.
And so he goes and begins to do crunches.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And he jumps to his feet. And he says, are you impressed yet?
Are you impressed with the yet?
He says, no.
No.
There's one thing more you must do to earn my love.
One thing more you must do to earn my love.
And my daughter's hand.
And my daughter's hand.
You must do
You must do
the burpee.
the burpee.
And everyone says, no! Not the burpee!
Not the burpee.
And he says, yes!
Yes.
The burpee!
The burpee.
And so, I'm so sorry. He does the burpee. You got this.
Stick your tongue
You
out
can
so
do
you
it.
know it's real.
Oh, what is the burpee? All right, you stick it on like this. Right, you go down into a squat. You shoot your legs up behind you. Oh God. You hold it, you hold it, you hold it, you hold it, you hold it. Don't dip your back, don't dip your back. That's what, no, hold it. Hold it. You go down into a push-up very slowly, very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
My body's not cut out for this.
And then you come back up, you bring your legs in and explode to the sky. And you cheer for him. He says, all right,
All right.
you have earned my love
You have earned my love.
and my daughter's hand.
And my daughter's hand.
For we are such stuff as strings are made on.
For we are such stuff as strings are made.
No, not strings. Dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah, dreams are made of. You just changed the meaning of the play, man. All of a sudden, at this moment, the king and the duke enter, as well as the idiot and the fool, and they all see Prospero and Fernando, and they say, Prospero?
Prospero.
Bois? And he says, I shall tell you all that has happened,
I shall tell you all that has happened.
and everything that has transpired,
And everything that has
through
transpired.
a highly elaborate
Through a highly elaborate
flashback sequence.
flashback sequence.
And everybody gives him a flashback sequence. A long time ago,
A long time ago,
I was the king, I was the Duke of Milan,
I was the Duke of Milan,
as played by that guy there.
as played by that guy there.
I had a baby,
I had a baby,
as played by that random child.
as played by that random child.
My brother,
My brother,
an evil man,
an evil
an
man,
ugly man,
an ugly man,
a man who smells of goat cheese.
a man who smells of goat
I
cheese.
think you're great though, it's fine, yeah. Wanted my power.
Wanted my power.
He kicked me out.
He kicked me out.
He put me in a boat and sailed me away.
Put me in a boat and sailed me away.
We came to this island.
Came to this island.
I became me.
I became me.
The baby became she.
Baby became she.
I met Caliban's mother.
I met Caliban's mother.
We dated for a bit.
We dated for a bit.
I killed her.
I killed her.
I stuck her in a tree.
I stuck her in a tree.
Because that's what you do when you're a wizard.
That's what you do when you're a wizard.
Learn from him, Harry Potter. Learn from him. You want ultimate power? That's how you do it. He says, and so,
And so,
I put into motion
I put into motion
for a plan for your son
a plan for your son
and my daughter
and my daughter
to meet
to meet
and get married.
and get married.
And then I grew a mustache.
And then I grew a mustache.
And the king says, I'm weirdly good with this.
Really good with this.
Nice mustache.
Nice mustache.
And he says to his son, my son,
My son,
you are alive.
you are
And
alive!
that is all that matters.
That is all that matters.
And he says, can we hug now, Dad?
Can we hug now?
He says, no.
No.
And he goes away. And the Duke says, what about me?
What about
He
me?
says, I actually don't care.
I actually don't care.
He goes, all right.
All right.
And he leaves. And she says, what is happening to us?
What is happening to us?
And he says,
I don't know, little dummy.
you two,
You two,
go get your own sequel.
go get your own seat.
And they run away happily into the night. And then Miranda says, Daddy,
Daddy,
does that mean he and I can be married now?
does that mean he and I can be married
He
now?
says, yes.
Yeah.
That was literally the entire point of the play.
That was literally the entire point of the play.
And she goes, yay!
Yay!
And they run away, laughing into the night. And then Caliban steps forward. He says, Master,
Master!
the show is over.
The show is over.
Is this my island now?
Is this my island now?
He says, yes.
Yes.
He says, give me candy.
Give me candy!
He says, go get your own
Go
candy.
get your own cat.
And he runs away crying out for the precious.
Precious!
And then finally, once more, Ariel flies into the scene. like a muppet. All right. And she says, Master, the show is over.
Show's over.
Does that mean I have my freedom?
Does that mean I have my freedom?
Says Ariel,
Ariel.
my Sprite.
My Sprite.
Not my Coke.
Not my Coke.
Not my Pepsi.
Not my Pepsi.
My Tab.
My Tab.
My Fanta, my RC Cola, my Diet Ride,
my
store
Dr.
brand, Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, which some people say he's more like regular Dr. Pepper, but they are liars, and I want you to know that, kid. They are liars. Diet Dr. Pepper sucks. All right. It says, my Sprite,
My Sprite.
you are free.
You are free.
Fly, my pretty.
Fly, my
Fly.
Fly.
And she flies!
Yay!
She hit her dad with a wand. All right, good. And Prospero turns to the public and says, now my charms are overthrown.
Now my charms are overthrown.
And what strength I have is my own.
And what strength I have is my own.
And so as you from crimes would pardoned be,
And so, as you from crimes would
pardon be,
pardon be,
let your indulgence
let your indulgence
set me free.
set me free.
He takes off his beard, because he no longer needs it. He takes his bow, and you applaud. And he runs away, laughing into the night. Weirdly evil. So, those ladies, that was the Tempest, a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. My name is Will Shakespeare. If you like the show, let me hear it. Friends, the name of my act is Shakespeare Proves. Please go like me right now on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but never Snapchat. And you know why. But also, friends, whatever you feel today's show was worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, I will send the Duke home with you, because whatever, I don't know. Throw it into my hat. If you would like to go home with merchandise, of course, we have Fluffy Kitten Love Grenades. Throw them at your friends. They don't die, just get irritated. See? You're a weird child, all right. You can go home with a comic book, Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. All of the proceeds of the comic books go to benefit the wife of the illustrator, Todd Brugmans. He died 2 weeks ago, and so we're raising money for a GoFundMe for his wife to cover his final costs. I'm back for 3 more shows this day, of course. At 12:30 we have Titus Andronicus, you know, for kids. Because children need to learn early how murder and revenge are done. At 3 o'clock, Macbeth, Death by Fluffy Kittens, and at 4:30, The Taming of the Dude. So,